Let's go. Let's see. We got some news articles here. DNA evidence in Gilgo Beach or Gilgo Beach. I don't know how to say that. I never learned to say that. Anyways, sorry. Murders case against Rex Heuermann, ruled admissible in massive victory for prosecutors. Long Island prosecutors have the green light to use crucial DNA evidence in their case against accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann. A judge ruled Wednesday. The bombshell ruling by Judge Tim Massey marks a massive victory for Suffolk County District Attorney Ray Tierney, whose case against the hulking architect hinged almost entirely on DNA matches linking Heuermann to 7 sex workers he is charged with killing between 1993 and 2010. God damn. He was fucking strangling hookers for some reason. The signs was on our side, and that's why we won. I don't know if he was actually strangling hookers. He was just killing them for some reason. Terry told reports Wednesday, calling the case strong and compelling. We now have nuclear DNA. We have the N-bomb, mitochondrial DNA. We have phone records. We have witness statements. We have financial records. We have internet searches. We have phone activity, and we have other evidence as well, the prosecutor said. Massey's ruling represents the first time the high-tech DNA evidence will be used in New York trial, officials said. The accused killer's ex-wife, Asa Elurup, was in court but did not comment after the ruling. Heuermann, 61, was arrested outside his Manhattan office in July 2023 and charged with the murders of 3 sex workers whose bodies were dumped along desolate stretches of Long Island. Oh, so that article one time that we were reading back, it was like some weeks back. But there was articles some weeks back talking about how there was a string of women whose bodies were being found, alongside Rhode Island or Long Island. Yeah, and then they showed the map of like where they were, where the bodies were found and everything. Yeah. I remember this. Long Island. Sorry. He was eventually charged in the so he was the one. So apparently he was the one tied to all this, right? To all the fucking bodies. Fucking one man. See, he's a fucking serial killer. Anyways, he was eventually charged in the deaths of 7 of the 11 bodies found, and is now accused of killing Valerie Mack, 24, Melissa Taylor, 20, Megan Waterman, 22. Melissa Barthélemy, 24. Maureen Bernard Barnes, 25. Sandra Costilla, 28. And Amber Lynn Costello, 27. All the victims were sex workers in the New York metro area. Their deaths remained unsolved until Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison, a former NYPD chief, reopened the case in 2022. Investigators linked Heuermann to the bodies through hairs found on victims that tied to him or his family. Oh, shit. Including a hair found on a discarded pizza box and DNA drawn from a can his daughter threw into the trash. Oh, shit. Cops conducted 2 thorough searches of the Heuermann house in the Massapequa Park and said they found a sick how-to file on the Wait, what? I'm sorry, huh? Oh, he basically had a manifesto on how to kill people. The file allegedly including a things to remember section and other title lessons learned. Jesus Christ, what a fucking maniac, according to prosecutors. Right? Basically, a manifesto could form in the could also be in the form of a video as well. Investigators were aided by new technology that allowed degraded DNA samples, such as the hairs found on the victims, to be tested and linked to the crimes. Huerman's attorney, Michael Brown, has been critical of the evidence, calling it magic, and said he disagreed with the judge's DNA ruling. Well, I mean, if it's science backed, I mean, they're gonna use the forensic criminology to fuck you in the ass. I mean, that's how it is. That's his position. We accept it. I mean, do you want me to pull out that one fucking picture of basically the government is here to serve and protect you and beat the shit out of you with fucking batons, right? We don't like it, but he's the umpire. Following the DNA ruling on Wednesday, Brown filed a motion arguing that Astria Labs, a company that did the DNA testing, is not licensed in the Empire State, and therefore using the results allegedly violates health laws. Mazzi said he will rule on that claim on September 26th. So it's coming up in 3 weeks. Or 4 weeks, something like that. Asked if he was worried about the motion, Tierney quipped, "If I was running a blood bank, I'd be very nervous." He told the Post last month that there had been no plea negotiations in the case, and he would not cut a deal with Huerman. Tierney also said his office would not seek to link the architect to any more of the bodies found dumped along the shoreline until after the trial. So first things first, let's do that, and then we'll prepare the case for trial. And once the process is completed, we'll reevaluate and go back to investigate. There you have it. The Gilgo Beach case has captivated the nation and was the subject of a recent Peacock 3-part series. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. That includes exclusive interviews with Huerman's wife, Essa Alirup, and his grown daughter, Victoria Huerman. Oh, there you have it. There you have it. Apparently, he's on the hook. Apparently, they got him. Died somehow. So we'll see how that goes on. Dentist slaughters wife, budding classic musician daughter, 15, in murder-suicide at tragic family's $1.7 million Georgia mansion. A Georgia dentist, whose primary goal was to make patients smile, murdered his wife and teenage daughter before killing himself inside their $1.7 million home in a suspected murder-suicide. Police discovered the bodies of James Choi, 52, his wife Myung, 52, and their 15-year-old daughter Grace, inside their lavish country clubhouse in the Atlanta suburb of Johns Creek on Sunday afternoon. Jesus fuck, this dude fucking wow. Officials uncovered the grisly scene during a welfare check just after 4 p.m. in the private gated community of St. Ives Country Club, 30 miles northeast of the Georgia capital. The tragic incident has deeply affected not only the family and neighbors, but our entire community. Johns Creek Chief of Police Mark J. Mitchell said, according to 11 Alive, "We extended our heartfelt condolences to those impacted and asked that the community keep them in their thoughts during this incredibly difficult time." Officials have not disclosed the causes of death or released any further information regarding the suspected murder-suicide in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation and out of respect for the family members affected by this tragedy, the outlet reported. James Choi, a South Korean native, attended at the University of Tennessee, Memphis, and most recently worked as a practitioner of Highland Dental in Suwanee, Georgia, according to the office website. Wow, man, this is unfortunate. They were just he was just a dentist, and he just fucking went nuts. What the hell? Man, why is it? Why is it always crazy? Why does it always look like the nice families fucking gotta kill each other? The fuck? His primary goal as a practitioner is to make each of the patients smile, which he pursues by treating them as he would treat his own family, Choi's bio reads. The practitioner was described as enjoying golf and spending time with his wife and daughter when he wasn't working. Oh, that's unfortunate. His daughter Grace was a sophomore at Mount Pisgah Christian School. They're Christians. School in Johns Creek. The school remembered her as a treasured and beloved student. We are heartbroken and devastated to confirm the ultimately untimely death of one of our treasured and beloved students, sophomore Grace Choi. The private prep school wrote on Facebook, "We wish to express our deepest condolences and our heartfelt love, support, and prayers to Grace's extended family, friends, and everyone who is grieving with our school community," the statement added. Grace Choi, an accomplished violinist at the school, performed at Carnegie Hall in Manhattan. Oh shit, that's the big leagues. With the True North Symphony on July 12th. We're completely heartbroken. Grace, you are so loved. You make us so proud, and you will always be an integral part of our fine arts family. Pisgah's fine arts department wrote on Instagram. Flowers and a package were left at the front door of the Choi's 1.75 million home, according to video captured by 11 Alive. The 6-bedroom Glen Court home was constructed in 1996 and was last sold for $860,000. Yeah, California houses are expensive. In 2016, according to an online listing. St. Ives County Club offers a private 18-hole golf course, tennis courts, a resort-style pool with water slides, and 2 restaurants. And there you have it. If you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, right, call the suicide hotline, please. Don't do it. This was in New York, sorry. Or Georgia, my bad. So Georgia mansion that cost over, right, 800,000. Anyways, there you have it. Felon charged in 9-year-old's train station death walks from Blue City jail while awaiting trial report. Wait, what? He's walking? They're not holding him. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. A Chicago man with a felony record who has been charged in connection with an August 10th train station attack that left a 9-year-old boy dead was released from jail Monday while he awaits trial. Michael Carosa, 52, has been charged with felony involuntary manslaughter after Elijah Flores died during an attempted robbery gone wrong. Oh, I see. Flores was under the care of Jonah Soraya, 22, at the time of his death. Soraya was dating Flores' mother. When the Green Line train pulled into a station, Soraya pushed Flores onto the train platform before snatching money out of the hands of a man and taking off running. Flores followed the man and his friend Corosa in tow. Soria reportedly picked Flores up and put him on his shoulder during the getaway attempt, since Flores could not keep up. At the top of the flight of stairs, Corres caught up with Soria and Flores. Michael Elijah Flores was. That was when Carosa allegedly hit Soria with a cane. Oh, causing Soria and Flores to plummet down the stair. Hit his head on the pavement. Soria landed on top of him. Soria then reportedly picked Flores up and boarded another train where Flores became unresponsive. Bystander called 911 and Flores was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Flores was arrested on August 30th. He was faced one count of felony aggravated battery on a transit employee stemming from the incident. However, he was released from custody on Monday while he awaits trial. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, Carosa is a prior felon who served 2 years in prison for cutting a Walgreens security guard with a box cutter in 2020, sorry. Unrelated to Flores' death, Carosa was arrested 3 days after the alleged train attack for possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia, jail records show. Soria has not been charged in connection with Flores' death, but was arrested on an outstanding warrant for failure to appear in court in a retail theft and battery case in a different county. Oh, shit. It is unclear if Carosa has an attorney representing him. Fox News Digital reached out to the Public Defender Office and Chicago Police Department. And he looks like he's trying to run, man. On Monday, President Donald Trump warned that he would intervene to lower crime in Chicago. At least 54 people were shot in Chicago. Oh, yeah, this is when he made the comment. Yeah, at least 54 people shot in Chicago over the weekend. 8 people were killed. The last 2 weekends were similar. Chicago is the worst and the most dangerous city in the world by far. He said on the Truth Social, Pritzker needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again. And soon, make America great again. There you have it. Gunshot footage shows Annunciation Church shooter Robin Westman browse weapons while having jovial conversations with employees. So apparently he was having fun, but at the same time he had a disturbing sense of trying to fucking want to kill people. Disturbing gun security footage shows demonic Annunciation Church shooter Robin Westman grinning and chatting with employees and customers were mere days before his savage rampage has left 2 children dead and more than a dozen injured. The newly released footage from Frontiersman Sports in St. Louis Park, obtained by KSTP, shows Westman enter the store around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, August 23rd, his hair tied in a ponytail with a scrunchie, and wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with a place of well-being on the back. Yeah, unfortunately, in California gun shops, you don't have California gun shops like this anymore, where you can just like walk in and take a look at these guns and right. We don't have that anymore because people like to steal. The shop's owner, Corey Crow, told the outlet that staffers said Westman was friendly and jovial, as he spent 40 minutes browsing a selection of firearms, including pistols and a rifle. and that none of his behavior set off any red flags. What could I have done? What could I have caught? It was nothing, Kraus told the outlet, saying he shared the video in hopes it could shed light about how such a tragedy could have happened. I mean, yeah. I mean, when you act like a normal person, right, on the surface, but then you have some ulterior motives, yeah. That's just how it is. Should we have discriminated against him because of a weird t-shirt and a ponytail? Uh, Kraus asked. No, we got lots of long-haired guys with a ponytail, correct. Kraus said Westman didn't purchase any of the weapons or ammunition at his shop that were used in the church attack, which included a rifle, shotgun, and pistol. After being unable to enter through the locked doors of the church, Westman blindly fired 116 rifle rounds and at least 3 shotgun blasts through the stained glass windows. The assault took place during a celebratory back-to-school mass held to coincide with the start of the new school year. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old were killed, while 16 other children were, and 3 parishioners in their 80s were injured. Westman, who was transgender, took his own life after the massacre. Basically, he's a coward, and he's a piece of shit because he decided to target target a fucking church school. What? Who the fuck does that? Crazy people do it. Anyways, fucking maniacs. Burning Man attendee found deceased in a pool of blood during ceremony identifies as cops hunt for answers. Yeah, they're still trying to find this guy. Burning Man attendee at the festival Saturday was identified as 37-year-old Russian national who had been reported missing. Oh. Vadim Kruglov. Oh, wait. Didn't we already read this? I guess that's an update, really. I won't go over this, right? Because honestly, we already kind of went over this. I kind of just want them to find how to deduct, right? Find the fucking culprit or figure out how he, got, right? What is this? Lisbon's historic Gloria Funicular derails, leaving at least 15 dead. Yeah, we saw that earlier in the news outlet. 18 injured report. Lisbon historic Gloria Funicular derailed during a rush hour Wednesday, reportedly killing at least 15 people and injuring 18. A child is among the injured. A cable-pulled tram, which has carried residents and tourists for generations, came off the tracks before crashing into a nearby building. According to AP News, early reports suggest a loose cable may have caused the derailment. The Gloria Funicular, in service since 1885 and recognized as one of Lisbon's most iconic landmarks, was packed with commuters and sightseers when the accident happened. Emergency services arrived within minutes, treating the wounded and transporting others to local hospitals. Well, yeah, because it's a big spill. Not good. Portuguese President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa expressed condolences to victims' families and pledged full transparency in the official investigation, saying, "It's a tragedy of the like we've never seen." Authorities have launched a probe into the mechanical failure, with local media citing concerns over recent maintenance schedules. AP News added that the Gloria Funicular has long been a tourist draw, connecting Lisbon's downtown with the Bairro Alta district and welcoming thousands of visitors annually. And then we got what? Portuguese government has declared a national day of mourning to honor the victims, saying a tragic accident caused their irreparable loss of human life, which left it in mourning their families and dismayed the whole country. Yeah, that's unfortunate. FBI police investigating after suspected armed person seen in video near University of Massachusetts Lowell. Uh-oh. City and state police and at Boston are investigating after a video that appears to show a person holding a gun near the University of Massachusetts, UMass. Oh God, that's a fucked up name. UMass Oh, God damn it! I'm sorry. Campus Lowell was shared on social media Wednesday afternoon. The video appears to show a man holding a rifle gun, walking down a sidewalk. There have not been any reports of a shooting. A campus-wide shelter-in-place order was issued as UMass Lowell and city police attempt to find the suspect. All classes and events on campus for the remainder of the day were canceled. FBI Boston said it is on scene and coordinating with law enforcement partners. We encourage the public to remain vigilant and avoid the area. FBI Boston shared in an X post. Massachusetts State Police said it is aware of the video and responded to the area. We are aware of a video circulating of a person who appears to be armed walking in Lowell near the Riverside Suite, Middlesex Street. What the fuck? Middlesex Street? That police wrote in a social media post. The local police have responded to the area to further investigate. Anyone with relevant info should call 911. ATF agents are also responding. Can we take... Is that the person? I'm gonna be like, that's not the person with the fucking rifle. The Lowell Police Department said there is increased police activity in the area of Middlesex Street, Pawtucket Street, and Broadway Street. Rep. Lori Trahan, DMass, said she is actively monitoring the situation and remain in touch with local officials. Ew, a Democrat. Ew. If you are in Lowell, please follow directions from Lowell PD and UMass Lowell. Tehran wrote in an X post. Nearby Middlesex Community College canceled all classes and activities at both its Bedford and Lowell campuses due to heightened police activity and significant traffic delays. UMass Lowell is a public search university roughly 40 miles north of Boston. The Lowell Police Department did not immediately respond to inquiries from Fox News Digital. FBI Boston declined further comment on the investigation. So there you have it. An ongoing investigation. We'll find out what the hell is going on sooner or later. Middlesex. Okay. UMass. Fucking. How can Middlesex? Anyways, there you have it. That is going to do it for all the news article readings, ladies and gents. There you have it. All the links, all right, all the sources will be in the description like usual, right? All open source. And, right, you can do your own research if you want to go that deeper. There you have it. Have a good one.